come in.
Is my mom here?
No, she's out.
You're kidding me.
You can wait if you want, but she may be a while.
Why don't you just go on to St. Jude's?
All right, I can wait with you.
Well, we're supposed to be there today. This is our first pre-Cana conference. We shouldn't both be late.
Jen, they can't do the conference with just one of us.
I know, but I'm just gonna write my mom a note and then I'll meet you at St. Jude's, okay?
Well, fine. If she's just going to write her a note, then I can wait
It
with
may
you.
take a few minutes.
We'll call them. When we're on the way, we'll tell them we're...
Christian, please.
Okay. See you there.
I'll get you a pen and some paper.
Don't bother. You can give her the message yourself when you see her in person. Just tell her everything's working out perfectly.
Roxanne, we're here about Mitch Lawrence. Does that name mean anything to you?
Don't ring a bell.
Oh, please, it has to.
I never heard of him before.
Well, maybe this will refresh your memory.
Oh my God, him.
Supposed friend found out. Jen found out that I'm in love with her fiance, Christian.
Oh, I'm sorry. That must have been very hard for you.
That was awful. The worst thing ever.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Doesn't matter. I'm leaving town tonight.
Don't you dare.
So, shoot. Get it?
About this man.
Yeah, Mitch, who's it?
Mm-hmm. How do you know him?
Well, I didn't know him. He used to come see my husband.
Dr. Balls.
Oh, yeah, late, great.
Do you know why?
No, they used to kick me out of there before they got to talking about anything. You know, it's not so easy to push me around, but I would leave because he had crazy eyes.
Mitch Lawrence.
Yeah, the kind that could freeze your blood. So I didn't ask any questions. Not while he was there and not after.
You know, I mean, a totally strange, weird man comes into your house and you ignore him?
Viki, I'll handle this.
He was nuts. I think you would have handled it the same way. You know, I think I overheard a couple of things, you know, when they didn't know that I was listening.
See, this is great, Roxanne, because anything that you can remember, it's going to be very helpful.
Well, it's kind of a blur, because I used to go to the local watering hole, and I would wait for his car to drive off, and by the time I get home, I was, like, really happy. But whatever they were talking about was downright creepy.
All right. I didn't mean to speak so sharply to you. It's just... Oh, perhaps I've come to identify with your pain too much, too strongly.
What do you mean?
I feel your heartache, almost as if it were my own.
Well, then you understand why I have to leave.
Running away is never the answer. You will take your pain with you wherever you go. Sorry. I didn't mean to speak so sharply to you. It's just... Oh, perhaps I've come to identify with your pain too much, too strongly.
What do you mean?
I feel your heartache, almost as if it were my own.
Well, then you understand why I have to leave.
Running away is never the answer. You will take your pain with you wherever you go.
Yeah, but I won't have to see Christian. And I won't have to see him with another woman.
Your life is here, Natalie.
I don't think so, not anymore.
Look, God will give you the courage to face any obstacle that lies ahead.
You wouldn't think that if you knew the whole story. You wouldn't want me to stay.
Then tell me everything.
I can't.
You can. And you will.
Come on, you've got to be able to remember something more specific than what they were saying was creepy.
Isn't there some rule about not talking to the criminal before the trial?
No, see, this has nothing to do with your case, though. I promise. Now, do you remember anything that they said?
Please, Roxanne, it's really important.
Well, the only reason I remember this guy was because he was so fine looking. But, on the other hand, he was spooky. He was like something out of a horror movie. My husband said he was a minister, but I never met a man of God like that.
No, this man was no man of God.
Well, I was glad when he stopped coming around. My husband said that he croaked. He is dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Is she okay?
You know what? I think that she could probably use a glass of water.
How about something a little stronger, Vic?
No. Water's gonna be just fine.
Oh,
Thank you.
okay. It's over.
So it's true. There was a connection between Mitch Lawrence and the doctor who stole my baby.
It looks that way.
Do you think Mitch could have set this whole scheme in motion? I don't know.
Yeah, my instinct says yes, he could, but proving that's gonna be tough, Viki.
Hey, Vic, you want some ice?
Bo, the iced tea that Allison gave me when I was pregnant.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I'd always assumed that whatever drug it was laced with was supposed to kill me. But maybe Mitch didn't want to kill me. Maybe the drug was supposed to make me, I don't know, black out when I was giving birth to the second twin. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's possible. Some drugs have a delayed reaction.
Why would he do that? And how could he have known that I was having twins? By the time I gave birth, Mitch Lawrence had been dead for months.
Give me your burden for a while. I won't judge you.
It all started with my mother. I didn't know her growing up. And she was finally beginning to care for me. Then all of a sudden she changed. And because of her, everyone thought that I was this terrible person, except
Christian?
no one has ever believed in me like that. I mean, he stood by me. He didn't leave my side for 1 second.
So he felt something for you as well, hmm?
But I didn't know at first. He had this girlfriend.
Jen.
And all the while that I was falling for him, I thought he was in love with her, but he wasn't. And we tried to fight it. But I have never loved anyone like that before, and he said the same thing.
And then the two of you found out that Jen was pregnant, huh?
You remember?
I remember everything you tell me, Natalie.
So it's hopeless. Christian's a good guy. He's not gonna hurt Jen, and he's not gonna leave his baby.
Even though he's in love with you?
I won't ask him to make that choice. I gave him up.
And where does that leave you?
In hell. And somehow I got roped into doing this bridal shower for Jen, and then someone said something they shouldn't. She found out that I was in love with Christian. But she doesn't know how he feels about me. I protected him. Had to.
You gave up the man you love for her sake.
Yeah. Well, she doesn't think that's so great. I mean, I don't really blame her. I made her think I was her friend. I'd hate me too if I were her. So anyway, you understand now why I have to leave town. It's for Christian and Jen and the baby.
But there are other people who need you here. Who love you very much.
I haven't been here that long.
Well, what about this sister, your twin that you told me about?
Jessica?
And now I know you said that she hates you, but I don't believe that. A twin is something very rare and special. You deserve the chance to know her. And your mother and father, they live here too, don't they?
My mom.
I mean, it would break your mother's heart if you should leave.
How would you know? How would you know anything about my mother?
With you, and this was a very smart guy. He could have set this whole fiasco in motion.
But, Bo, he was dead. How could he have known?
Well, he programmed Allison to kidnap your baby, so maybe he set up a lot of other things before he was killed.
I don't know. I don't understand any of this. How could I not remember having 2 children? What kind of a mother am I?
Viki, you were drugged. You were probably unconscious. Now, don't blame yourself for this.
But you see, if I had remembered...
Look, Mitch was brilliant. He happened to be a brilliant criminal, but this guy was an expert in mind control.
Yeah. And what about the good old Dr. Balsam? He was my doctor. Why would he steal my child?
I don't know, but at least we know that we're on the right track now. We know that there's a connection between Mitch Lawrence and this doctor that stole Jess.
But they're both dead. What do we do now?
We asked Roxanne if the doctor left anything, you know, his diaries, medical records, papers, anything that might dictate what our next step will be.
That's going to require Roxanne's complete cooperation, isn't it?
And it's your call.
Hey, you didn't answer, so I gave you a cube.
Roxanne.
You want me to pick it up?
No, thank you. No, it's fine. Thank you. And could we sit down, please? I need to discuss something with you. It's very important.
Oh, no.
No, hey, it's gonna be all right.
Did your husband, Dr. Balsam, did he leave any papers, any other effects, anything when he died?
Are you kidding? He left me everything, and I guess I should have thrown it out, but I get sentimental sometime. I even got his ashes.
Where are his things now?
Oh, they're in a shed behind my place in AC. How come?
All right, I have a proposition for you.
Huh?
Look, if you're prosecuted for your role in the kidnapping, then my daughters are both going to have to go through hell all over again.
Well, they would? Well, how about me?
So, Jessica and I will drop all the charges against you if you give Bo everything you have that belonged to your husband. And I mean everything. His papers, his appointment records, his medical records, everything.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. But Roxanne, it has to be everything. If you hold anything back, you're going straight to jail. Do you understand?
Yeah, sure. You know, help yourself. You can even have his ashes.
Now you can keep the ashes.
Viki, why don't you let me handle it from here, okay?
I'm gonna go and see my parents. I'll see you later.
Hey, Viki, I just want you to know something. You know, I don't care how many personalities you got. You're the best. I mean, you are really great. So, no hard feelings, huh?
No hard feelings. You stole my child.
No, that was Walter.
You certainly went along with it, didn't you? Do you have any idea at all what you've done to Jessica's life, to my life? My God, what you did to Natalie?
Hey, Vic, I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not. You're not sorry at all. And you know something else? I will never, ever, ever forgive you.
Look, I didn't do it. Hey, I was not responsible.
Well, I can't imagine that any parent would want their child to move far away from home, can you?
Trust me, it would be good for her, for everyone.
What makes you say that?
Because I'm toxic. I kill everything I touch.
I don't believe that for a second.
You should have seen me when I came into this family. I was deceitful, manipulative. Can't change that.
Even if that is true,
Ask anyone.
God forgives. No matter what terrible things you have done, you always have the power to change.
But you can't change the past.
This is between you and God. All you have to do is ask his forgiveness for your sins.
And he'll just give it to you? Like that? It's kind of a pushover, don't you think?
Hardly. But God has forgiven me for sins far worse than anything you could possibly imagine.
I doubt it.
I Sin is sin, Natalie. But you always have a chance for a fresh beginning, to be reborn.
Is God gonna erase everyone's memory?
Let he who is without sin cast the first stone. You are not a bad person. Far from it. I think you are wonderful.
You don't even know me.
But I do. I have known you from the day you were born.
Oh, wait a minute. We just met. How have you known me since the day I was born?
I meant in my heart. See, I believe that certain souls are destined to meet, and that God brings them together so that they can grow and learn from each other and love.
Yeah, I started believing that too.
Don't shut down, Natalie. You have a lot of life ahead of you, and love is always the answer.
Whatever.
Listen to what I'm telling you. No matter what you have done, you can turn your life around if you have love. But the only way to get it is by giving it unselfishly.
And then what? You get clobbered?
No. Your family and your friends will protect you if you let them love you.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I should stick around after all.
Well, of course you should.
I have never met anyone like you. Are you sure you're from around here?
Well, not exactly, but I did live here once before.
Do people still remember you?
Most definitely.